So experimental methods, experiments in general is an investigation where we have like a hypothesis is like, scientifically tested. Yeah. So in an experiment, an independent variables, the cause, the conditions is manipulated. The dependent variables, which is the effects or the results, is measured. And we have to control any extraneous variables. Yeah, 3 types: the lab experiment, the field experiment, and natural experiment. Have you heard of any of those 3 before?
I know the laboratory. Maybe the natural experiment. Maybe I get the gist of it.
What's the idea you have for those 3?
Well, laboratory, it's basically you control every variables. And I'm not sure about field. Maybe natural experiments are just no control at all.
And what about natural?
Natural, no control.
Oh, what about field?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm thinking of football field. No idea.
Not football field or rice paddy. Okay. So, first of all, the laboratory experiment. Basically, an experiment conducted under highly controlled conditions, not necessarily in a lab. It doesn't have to be in a lab. It's just a highly controlled setting where accurate measurements are possible. So the researcher decides where the experiment will take place, what time, which participants, what circumstances, use the standardized procedures such as like randomization, using computers, a well-controlled experimental design. Participants are randomly assigned to each independent variable groups. The pros of this, the advantage of this is easier to replicate, basically copy the experiments because the standardized procedure is used, and also allow the precise control of extraneous and independent variables, which allows cause and effects relationship to be established. However, the weakness, everything has, the two sides, same coin, is pretty artificial. That can produce like unnatural behavior that does not actually reflect all like the real life. Which causes to have like a low ecological validity, which would not be possible to generalize the findings, generalize like the results to a real life setting. So validity is basically like how real, like how basically believable credentials of that result is. But with the ecological validity is how real of that setting that can like reflect the real life basis. Okay. Another weakness is about the demand characteristics of or the experimenter like effects may bias the result and become confounding variables.